So if you see, there are four types of system databases. One is master, model, MSDB, TempDB. Okay, the fourth one is TempDB. What is the use of MasterDB? Okay, MasterDB can hold the entire server functionality. Okay, the entire server functionality means how this server was running. Oh, it can take care, and okay, there are number of processes will run while running the server. Okay, so there are number of processes it will run while running this server. Okay, those servers, those services, all the services information and everything it can take care. Okay, it is the heart of the server. Okay, the master database. If you expand this one, there we have a tables, views, okay, and synonyms, programmability, service broker. These folder structure, it should be common for every database. Either it is a system database or either it is a user defined database, doesn't matter. This folder structure, it should be the same. These tables, views, synonyms, programmability, service broker, storage, security. Okay, these all folder structures, it should be common for every system database or every user defined database. Okay, then what is model DB? Model DB, it can act as Xerox copy. Okay, why it will act as a Xerox copy? When we create any new user defined database, okay, any new user defined database, okay, the database folder structure and functionality, it can take it from model database, model DB simply. Okay, suppose if you decided to create the new user defined database, so by the time whatever the folder structure we have under this model DB, tables, views, these all folders up to security. Okay, this folder structure and their functionality, it should be taken from the model DB and it will be restored as whatever the name we are going to give it as user defined database. Okay, for example, I will show you one trick here. So I would like to create the new database. Okay, so we have a simple command, create database. Okay, so the database name, it is SQL practice. Okay, go. If I fire this query, the database got created, SQL practice. This is user defined database. So this entire folder structure, it has taken from the model DB. Okay, so there is no tables in model DB. So here also there is no tables. Okay, for example, in model DB, I have created one table. Okay, for example, create table employee with one column, for example, EMP ID. For your understanding purpose, I have created one column. Okay, if you refresh this model database, there under the tables there is a one table employee. Right now, I am going to create one more database. that employee table also, it should come to the into this database. Okay, let's wait for a few seconds. The query was executing. So could not obtain excuse lock on model DB, retrieve operation later, something there is a locking option. Okay, don't worry, we can close this session and we can open. Okay, so I'm going to open the new. While creating the database, point to master database. Okay, I have opened again. Still the issue it is there. I will close these all and I will refresh the sessions. Server, I will refresh it. Okay, so model database. Here we have a table, but here there is no table. Why? Because after creating this database only, we have created the table in model database. So I'm going to creating another database. Okay, that is Go. My database name it is SQL Pract. Okay, let's fire the query. If you see, database got created, commands completed successfully, and if you refresh this databases folder structure, if you see, this is the one. If you go to there, expand the tables, there is a employee table. Why? Because that employee table it's came into here. Under the model DB we have an employee table, but under the SQL practice database, whichever we created earlier before creating the table in model DB, there is no table. If you observe this difference, so whenever this new user defined database was creating, by the time the snapshot of the copy, this folder structure and everything, it was taken from the model DB. That's what it has the same table which is available in model DB. Okay, that's what we are calling it as a, it will act like as a Xerox copy. Okay, and MSDB. It can hold all jobs information. First, what is job? Job means if you want to schedule a job and if you want to trigger that one in a specific point of time, we can use this jobs that is there in SQL Server agent service. Okay, so I will show you one by one. So if you see SQL Server agent here, if you expand, there is a jobs folder. Whichever the jobs you guys can create here, that job information, it should store under this MSDB. Okay, that is the meaning. And what is TempDB? Can hold temporary tables and data. Okay, as part of server processes, okay, system can create that temporary tables and it can keep it in MDB. Okay, we also can create temp tables and they also can hold it in MDB. Okay, so this for the temporary purpose only we can use it actually. Okay, don't worry, these temporary tables as part of our course, it should come after 15 days of these sessions. Okay, so sometimes system also will create the temporary tables and it can keep it in this temp table. Okay, so as part of our business logics, we may have to sometimes create these temporary tables also. Okay, I will show you in the further sessions. The next, user defined databases. Means which are created by users. Okay, I mean, which are all the databases created by the users? Those all are, we call it as user defined databases. Okay, while creating user defined databases, our query session it should be pointed to master database. Okay, syntax for creating the user defined database, the simple syntax it is create command, CREATE. Okay, you are going to create the database. That's what we have to give database. This is database name and below go command. This is the syntax. Okay, so if you want to drop the database, whichever is unnecessarily, if you feel, we can use drop database, this database. Okay, I'm going to drop the database that which is I was recently created. Okay. Okay, so this is the one user defined database which I have created earlier. So here only we can practice everything. I can show you everything, either table creations or views creation, stored procedures creation, and everything. End to end, I will show it to here. Okay, up to here, any doubts? Okay, please ask me the question.